Bienvenidos a Inglés, escuche y aprende. Hoy vamos a resolver un problema común para los estudiantes de inglés, la pronunciación del pasado en los verbos regulares. Todos sabemos que en inglés los verbos regulares en pasado terminan en ed, pero la pronunciación no es tan sencilla. No siempre se dice cómo se escribe y hay tres formas diferentes de pronunciarlo. Si alguna vez has dicho walked en lugar de walked o needed en lugar de needed, este episodio es para ti. Antes de empezar, recuerda suscribirte y compartir este episodio con otros estudiantes que quieran mejorar su pronunciación. Vamos a descubrir cómo funciona el sonido ed y a practicar juntos para que lo domines sin esfuerzo. In English, past tense verbs don't always sound the way they look. The ending ed can be pronounced in 3 different ways, and the pronunciation depends on the final sound of the base verb. Let's break it down. If a verb ends in a voiceless sound, meaning your vocal cords do not vibrate when you say it, the ed is pronounced as t. These sounds include p, k, f, s, sh, ch, and th, as in think. That's why we say worked, helped, laughed, and asked with a t sound at the end. If a verb ends in a voiced sound, meaning your vocal cords do vibrate, the ed is pronounced as d. These sounds include b, g, v, th, z, zh, j, and vowel sounds. That's why we say played, loved, called, and opened with a d sound. Finally, if a verb already ends in a t or d, then the ed forms a separate syllable and is pronounced as id. That's why we say started, decided, needed, and invited with an extra id sound at the end. Now let's go through each category and practice together. If a verb ends in a voiceless sound, meaning your vocal cords don't vibrate, then ed is pronounced as t. Some common examples include worked, helped, laughed, and asked. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Worked. I worked late last night. Helped. She helped me with my project. Laughed. They laughed at the joke. Asked. He asked a really good question. Now for verbs that end in d. If a verb ends in a voiced sound where your vocal cords vibrate, then ed is pronounced as d. Some examples are played, loved, called, and opened. Now repeat after me. Played. They played soccer in the park. Loved. She loved the surprise. Called. He called his friend yesterday. Opened. We opened the store early this morning. If the verb already ends in t or d, the ed sound forms an extra syllable. That's why words like started, decided, needed, and invited have a slightly longer pronunciation. Let's practice. Repeat after me. Started. They started the project last week. Decided. She decided to move to a new city. Needed. He needed more time to finish. Invited. They invited us to their wedding. How did that go? Ahora que ya conoces las tres maneras correctas de pronunciar ed, lo más importante es la práctica. Cuanto más lo repitas en contexto, más natural sonará tu inglés. Si quieres reforzar lo aprendido, solicita el documento Adéntrate en el episodio con más ejemplos y ejercicios. Visita beingles.ca y haz clic en el botón de WhatsApp para pedirlo. Nos vemos en el próximo episodio y como siempre, gracias por escuchar.